Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. On to the next episode of Supernatural Season 6. The last episode that we watched was called Live Free or Twy Hard, which was about vampires, as I guessed. It was very much a take on the fandom surrounding Twilight and those kind of young adult vampire novels, movies, TV shows, whatever, where there was like hunky vampires that would attract younger girls, and there was people that were pretending to be vampires that would attract girls. And it was quite a fun episode actually. There was a lot of funny moments, a lot of comedy, but it was also cool to see vampires again, and not just that, but we got to see the alpha vampire. We didn't get to meet him properly, we kind of saw him just in a vision sort of thing that Dean had, because Dean got turned into a vampire as well, which was a really random twist to have, because you just don't expect that kind of thing to happen in this show, but it happened, and luckily, magically out of the blue, Samuel had a cure for it. But the interesting thing about the episode, not just seeing the alpha, was that Sam let Dean get turned into a vampire. He did nothing to stop it. When he saw Dean getting bit by the vampire, he stood there and he watched and let it happen, which is really confusing at the time. We then learned later on in the episode that he did that because he wanted Dean to get into the nest to see if he could find the alpha and get more information that way. But that's a really risky move, because you put in not just Dean's life in danger, because the only reason they could turn him back was because he hadn't fed on a single drop of human blood. I think that's what they said. But if he didn't had any blood whatsoever, he wouldn't be able to turn back. So he put Dean's life in danger. Dean also went to Lisa and Ben's house, put them in danger, and it's just a really risky game to play. And I think we realised towards the end, because when Dean was being turned back to human, he saw like the vision of what happened in the alleyway, and saw Sam watching, so he knows that. Sam just let it happen, but he hasn't said anything about it just yet. But I wonder if that's what this episode's about, because this episode is called You Can't Handle the Truth. I don't know whether maybe that's a part of it. Maybe Dean says he knows that Sam let it happen. What's the truth? What happened? Maybe it's about what happened to Sam in hell, why he came back, the truth about that. Or maybe it's something unrelated. I know it's a quote from A Few Good Men, and it's about like a court case. And one of the lawyers shouts, "You can't handle the truth," I think. I've never actually watched it, but it's things like Jack Nicholson or Tom Cruise, I think, one of the two. And he shouts, "You can't handle the truth," in the courtroom. So maybe it's some truths coming out, or some sort of demon that makes you tell your truths, like a truth spell sort of thing. I don't know. Let's jump into the episode to find out. And also, before we start, I want to say a huge thank you to one of my patrons, Sharon. Thank you so much, because Sharon has given me the high quality versions of all of Season 6, which is such a godsend. I don't know what it is, but Season 1 to 5, I could find high quality or Blu-ray copies of it online to watch, no problem. And before you ask, yes, I got the whole Blu-ray box set back there, but I don't have a disc drive in my Mac, so I can't put it in to rip them. So I had to get them online. Season 1 to 5 were great, not a problem whatsoever. But Season 6, for some reason, I just couldn't find a good quality download for it anywhere. So thank you, Sharon. Really appreciate it. So now I can watch it with like really good quality audio and really good quality video as well. I might have to go back and watch that scene of Sam with his shirt off, just in high quality, just because, you know. But let's jump into the episode to see what this one is all about. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know down below in the comments what you thought of the episode. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and if you're watching on YouTube, please take a look at the Patreon link down below to watch the full reaction to this episode, as well as the next few episodes ahead of YouTube. Let's jump into Supernatural Season 6, Episode 6, You Can't Handle the Truth.
Said he'd call, but of course
Calumet City, Illinois.
I don't know, we had such a good time. I should call him, right? You think? I mean, should it?
No.
I don't know. I just need the truth. That's all. I really gotta go. Okay, call you later.
That was suspicious.
I pity you.
I'm sorry?
You're sad and pathetic, and I pity you. Only reason I'm giving you a hand out.
Jesus.
Stay away from the clam chowder. I flavored it with my own.
Oh, everyone's telling her the truth.
Excuse me?
Basically, she's an 8.
Jesus.
You're a 3.
I ran over a homeless man once, and I never even stopped
Oh, God.
to see if he was alive.
But you just give me the creeps. Like, I get physically nauseous.
Poor girl. As much as everyone would love to know what's going on in people's minds, I don't think it'd be that fun.
You're certifiable. Every time the phone rings, my stomach drops.
No.
disastrous.
No. Poor girl. Poor girl. I bet you would go crazy because you really don't want to know what everyone thinks of you. You don't.
He threw me to that vamp. I'm telling you, it's not my brother.
Thank God he's gone to
Something we
Bobby.
ain't never seen before.
Yeah, or it's freaking Lucifer.
But let's be professional.
Professional.
Yeah.
He watched me get turned.
It's,
you saw.
I wouldn't be
Are you
professional.
sure that's what you saw?
Yes.
Damn it, Bobby. Yes, I know.
You know
Kick him, Dean.
ain't the same as proof.
Because we're talking about doing something about this and fast. Look, it's not just the vamp. Okay?
Don't blame him
He's
at
different
all.
From the jump.
All right.
I wonder if...
Sam. We don't know what it is.
Oh, that's true.
We're gonna put him
Whatever's
down
causing the
and
people to
you
tell
know
the
how.
truth,
I don't even want to ride in the same car with him. Let's
it's going to lead them to
case.
talk
Get
to each
in the
other.
car. He's your case.
You okay? Yeah. I'm fine. How are you?
Smooth.
Me? Great. Here, look, check this out.
Why would federal investigators be interested in a suicide?
Well,
Oh,
it's a new,
giddy.
more caring administration.
What are you trying to say?
You told her she was a freak.
What?
Tell us what you did to your sister.
I mean, he's being pretty intense, but he's right. Look at that face. Jesus, Sam.
You're right. I was lying. Oh, but what came out was you're a burden. Just kill yourself.
Yeah, that's not good.
I'm not really into Donna anymore. She's old.
No.
Your wife looks great for her age.
Her saggy skin makes me want to hurl.
Oh,
I have
no.
urges, you know. Remember that camping trip I missed because I was sick?
Oh, God. So bad's going to
I
happen.
wasn't. I was just afraid to be around Melissa.
My daughter, Melissa?
She spent the night for Jill's slumber party. Oh,
Oh, no.
that just seems so easy, you know? It's not so much I couldn't control myself. I just knew I wouldn't get caught. And I didn't get caught.
Oh, no. That's awful. Oh, shit. That's horrendous on both sides. What he said and what the dentist did. Well,
Skin crawls being in the same room with him. Would you look that up?
I'm working on it.
come on, Bobby. Come through the answers.
How he is and fast.
I'm trying. Well, that'd be the other worst case.
Well, then what?
He's just different.
Maybe it's just Sam.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards.
Dean,
You got a day, Bobby. And then I'm handling this.
Dentist drilled a guy to death.
You mean the non-sexy kind of drilling?
$50 says he's mixed up in all the crazy. Just got the scoop from his assistant.
This episode is quite dark, considering it's semi-funny.
Confessing to, I'd have murdered him too.
Like,
So,
people just blurting out their feelings. It's really dark.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm just waiting for the moment where one of the two of these will doppelgangers. Doppelgangers? One of these two comes into contact with whatever's causing this truth. Is it a music thing? Because they mentioned a tuba, right, in that girl's house? And there's a saxophone. That seems like a stretch. Hey. What did I just say?
By the way, how about my horn?
Sorry?
Well, that is a question.
Stolen horn?
Right. Yeah, we're working on it.
Well, I hope so. Thing's
Stolen
1 in a
horn.
billion. Near as anyone can tell, about 1,000 years old.
It's a magical horn. Gabriel's. It's a biblical weapon, like the. What was it? Staff of Moses?
Hello. Possible loose nuke down here. Angelic weapon. Kind of your department. I've been on red alert about Sam, and you come for some stupid horn?
You asked me to be here, and I came.
I've been asking you to be here for days, you dick.
It's a bit busy. There's a war going on in heaven.
About Sam. Because I have nothing to offer about Sam.
Well, that's great, because for all we know, he's just gift wrap for Lucifer.
No, he's
I think he's just
not
Sam.
Lucifer.
What is wrong with him?
I don't know, Dean. I'm sorry. Well, it isn't the horn of truth.
What are you talking about? You were gone for like 2 seconds. Where did you look?
Everywhere.
Right. Well, nice seeing you anyway.
Dean's really hurt.
What?
I don't know know what's wrong with him, but I do want to help.
Oh.
Make inquiries.
It's her. She was on TV in the dentist office.
You know what I
They're
will
showing the TV a lot. It's the newsreader.
Thought you were working.
Or something to do with her. The truth.
On me.
She said the
Anything
truth.
else I can get you?
I just like the freaking truth.
Sometimes I think I can't get pregnant because God knows my marriage is a sham.
No. Poor woman.
Why'd I say that?
Dean, get out of there fast.
I'm sitting like this so you'll look at my breasts. I just bought them. I need a lot of attention.
I mean, good job. Well done.
Good luck with that.
You go, lady. I do love the colour of that dress, though.
I'm here hitting the books while drinking a nice.
Have you got to be in proximity to him? No, because the one was on the phone.
Wait, who
Or maybe it's just because Bobby always just tells the truth.
I'm a huge fan.
Girls are real talent.
I guess it does work over the phone.
You know what else?
I get a pedicure once in a while. Tiny thing, but the grip on her.
She starts on my toes.
And I feel like I am...
Whoa, whoa, hey, come on. Now I'm scarred for life. Thank you.
I
Bobby!
never told anyone that. Why am I telling you? Maybe because you're my favorite.
Well, Sam's a better hunter. Lately, anyway.
Ben won't even talk about it.
I'm not surprised, but he's traumatised.
I'm sorry, but this is...
He threw him against a wall.
Worst time in the universe to talk. Can we do this later?
You shoved my kid, Dean. How
Yeah.
about we do this now? You've got so much buried in there.
And you push it down, and you push it down.
Yeah.
You honestly think
That you can go through life like that and not freak out?
And you knew what you signed up for.
Yeah,
Whoa,
but I didn't
whoa.
expect Sam to come back. But the minute he walked through that door, I knew it was over.
Yeah.
you two have the most unhealthy, tangled up, crazy thing I've ever seen. And as long as he's in your life, you're never gonna be happy.
I mean, she's wrong. She's right about it being unhealthy at times.
That came out so much harsher than I meant.
It's not your fault. Okay, me and Sam, we've got issues. No doubt.
A little bit. A little bit.
Me and Ben can't be in this with you.
Understatement of the century.
Sorry.
Fair, though.
When that vamp attacked me, why did you just stand there?
I froze.
Liar.
You froze. You've been turned since you got back.
I don't know. Shock.
No, for some reason he's not telling the truth.
It was too late.
I knew this was going to happen. Tight.
I feel terrible about it.
Liar.
Believe me.
No.
Do you really think I would let something like that happen on purpose? And my brother, how could you even... Corey was so desperate for the truth about her boyfriend's cheating heart, she went digging around.
Veritas.
Out, so she went looking for a different kind of help.
Open a door she couldn't close.
I mean, that's an
Now,
intense way to find out your boyfriend's
who
cheating.
asks aloud for the truth invokes Veritas, and she doesn't just give it to you, she slams you with it till you kill yourself, and she gets her tribute. She wanted more than tribute, she wanted to be worshipped.
An attention whore.
Come on. Give it to me.
You want to put it that way?
Give it to me.
And what is the 21st century version of speaking truth to the masses?
Zoom in on that.
Well, how would you not notice that? Gross.
You came for dinner.
Nice dress.
The tongue is the tastiest part. It's where the lies roll off.
Please don't. No, don't do that. No, sir. That's
I
disgusting.
cannot wait to eat yours. I mean, I've seen liars before, but you two? What do you really feel about your brother?
Oh, shit. Shit.
As of yesterday, I wanted to kill him in his sleep. I thought he was a monster. But now I think
Now you think what?
he's just acting like me.
It's the gig. You're covered in blood until you're covered in your own blood. Half the time you're about to die. Like
Just a way to think about it. Acting more like Dean.
I told myself I wanted out.
But I don't think so.
That I wanted a family.
But you were lying.
No. But what I'm good at is slicing throats.
And how do you feel about the band getting back together? Sam.
But you're not telling the truth.
We watch out for each other.
But you didn't know.
And that's what's important. And that's it. That's the truth.
No, it's not.
But it's not.
You said yourself I can't lie.
How are you doing that? That's not possible. You're lying to me.
No, I'm not.
What are you? What is he?
Oh God.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? You're not human.
What? But they did all the tests.
You didn't know that? Now that I believe.
Oh God. We knew something was up with him. He's not human. Oh Jesus.
There's something wrong with me. Really wrong. I've known it for a while.
But
I lied to you. Yeah. I let you get turned by that vamp. Because I knew there was a cure, Dean. And we need it in that nest. And I knew you could handle it.
Handle it? I could have died. I could have killed Ben.
That should stop me cold. But
it
I
doesn't.
just don't feel it. Ever since I came back, I am a better hunter than I've ever been. Nothing scares me anymore. Because I can't feel it.
That's not good.
know. What's wrong with me?
I was going to say you should be more concerned about that, but if you don't feel it, then you wouldn't be concerned either.
I need help.
I agree. I don't like this. God. Oh, now you're going to end there. Cool. Okay, that was my reaction to Supernatural Season 6, Episode 6. You Can't Handle the Truth. And I was right. I think I kind of guessed at the beginning that there may be some sort of truth spell. Now, obviously, it wasn't exactly that. But whenever you watch shows similar to Supernatural in terms of like Monster of the Week episodes where there's always the different monsters, different demons, whatever, every now and again there's always a truth episode, a truth spell or a truth demon or something like that. I always think they're really fun. I mean, Sabrina the Teenage Witch had a truth episode. I think Charmed probably had one, maybe Buffy had one, I can't remember off the top of my head. But there's always that sort of thing where you can't lie to people, or you can read minds, sort of one of the two, and by reading minds you find out the truth. And it never ends well, because realistically, as much as you would love to know really what people think about you, or people think when they see you, you don't want to hear it, because it's not always positive. And most of the time with people nowadays in this world, people think negative things, and part of being human is learning to keep it in your head and not say it all the time. So I think having that kind of spell or whatever, curse as they called it, would be difficult, because you would find out all this stuff about people that you don't want to hear, you don't want to know. And we saw that at the beginning with the girl as the waitress, who heard her, basically everyone calling her a freak, and she's like a 3 out of 10 or whatever, and all these horrible things, and so she shot herself. And then the scene which I actually loved, even though it was awful and really dark, when the guy was in the dentist chair and the dentist was talking to him, and obviously they were like old friends, and he'd gone to have dinner with his wife and whatnot, and he said that he's like bored of his wife, she's old, she's saggy, but then basically said that at some point when he was scared to be around the dentist's daughter because he fancied her, and basically at some point when she was over, yeah, it was all a little bit creepy, and the dentist just had the drill in his hand and just drilled straight into the back of his mouth, whatever. Blech, awful. So that was kind of dark, because he admitted that he'd, been with the dentist's daughter, and the dentist killed him with a drill, and it was just a really dark scene. It's kind of funny, because whenever people are just spilling out the truth, as awful as it is, there's a weird element of humour to it, because people are like, well, I can't stop myself talking, this happened. And just like the weirdness of him being in his chair. But actually, when you think about what he was saying and what was happening, not cool at all, not cool. But it was at that point in the dentist chair when I realised there was a newsreader, and I vaguely heard her say something about truth on the news channel, but I didn't think much about it at the time because I don't remember it being on the TV in the bar. Now, no doubt when I go back to do the edit, I'll see that she probably was on the TV in the bar. I didn't notice it. But it was at that point, no, it's when Dean was in the bar and he was drinking and feeling sorry for himself. It kept showing the news report in the background, and it kept kind of having her in the background, him in the foreground, and a few times it cut to the news report. And then it was like, well, you keep showing it all the time. Now, I recognised her from the dentist office, so I kind of put the pieces together then. But I like how she was in all the scenes. I think it's obviously quite a smart way to do it, that you can piece it together yourself, but not if you don't, it's fine. But once you find out that it was her, and you rewatch it, you go, oh, she was there all along. I thought that was quite cool. I thought I'd piece something else together, which I kind of did at the start when they went to the second victim's house, and they had a no, it wasn't. It was the dentist office, and there was a saxophone. I was like, oh, they mentioned having a tuba in the last one. Now I don't remember the fridge magnet, so we must have seen that. But I was like, oh, they had a tuba and a saxophone. Maybe it's something to do with instruments. But then I was like, oh, that's too much of a stretch. Like seconds later, he picked up the thing, which was like the receipt from the horn shop, whatever. I was like, oh, so I was right. And then he went to the horn shop, thought he was a demon. He wasn't a demon, but they talked about a missing horn that was like thousands of years old. And so straight away we thought maybe a cursed object or a magical object. But they found out pretty quickly that it was Gabriel's biblical horn of truth. So another one of what I presume is one of the weapons from heaven that's been dropped down. We saw that the guy had stolen all the weapons a few episodes ago. Maybe this is one of them. Ignore me. I'm completely wrong. What am I talking about? It wasn't the horn of truth. That was just a horn that disappeared. They thought it was a horn of truth, but what it actually was the goddess of truth. So I just did a whole little 1 minute, 2 minute thing about the weapons from heaven being stolen, blah, 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 blah. And I remember now that it wasn't the horn of truth. It was... but it could be the horn of truth that was stolen. We don't know. But what we actually saw was, because of the goddess Veritas, I think she was called, the goddess of truth. And I mean, even though it's really bad and it drives people to suicide, there is a part of me that at least just temporarily would love to have that ability to everyone to tell me the truth, just so you can know when people are lying to you. Because whether it's work colleagues or whatever, let you know that they're lying to your face, and but you can't call them out on it at times, and you can't catch them out. So it'd be really good to have this kind of ability just to catch certain people out at times. But it is an awful thing to constantly hear the negative things people have to say about you. But I do kind of want it, just temporarily. Just temporarily. And I like the scene that even when Dean had the power, or the curse, sorry, that he was cursed with people telling him the truth, there was the bartender and then the woman who was like, I'm sitting here so you can look at my breasts. I thought that was quite funny. It was very interesting to me that he went straight to Sam when Sam couldn't tell him the truth. But let's talk about the Sam stuff. So I like that it kind of followed on very quickly from the last episode with the vampire stuff, in that he obviously knew that Sam lied to him and let it happen, went to Bobby, and Bobby did it. I did all the tests, I've done the research, I can't see anything wrong. And kind of floated the idea that maybe it is just Sam. And that's kind of where I was leaning towards. That maybe it's just Sam, he's just messed up, we don't really know what's going on with him, he's just maybe got a lot to deal with, we don't really know what happened in the cage, we know he wasn't there for very long, but he was still in Lucifer's cage trapped in hell, so something must have happened down there, we just don't know what. But then there was a brief shot, it was very brief, which leads me to believe that it's important, it's one of those like Chekhov's gun sort of things, where we saw he had a website open on a screen about doppelgangers. Maybe that's going to become a part of the show. I remember there being bloody doppelgangers in Vampire Diaries and whatnot, and How About Your Mother. But maybe doppelgangers are an entity that we've not met yet that I can think of. Maybe that's going to play a part in it somehow, or maybe that's just dropping a hint for a later monster. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading way too much into a very brief shot of a laptop screen. But it seemed like one of those Chekhov's gun sort of things that they're showing it us for a reason. I don't know. But then obviously Dean had the curse, people telling the truth, went to Sam, asked him straight up about the vampire, and Sam was like, no, I just froze. Bullshit, Vivian. If you know that quote, bullshit, Vivian. I love that quote. Yeah, I kind of, as much as I wanted Sam and Dean to get this telling the truth thing to happen to them, to have this big thing where they talk it all out, there was a little part of me that thought, he's not going to be able to tell them the truth, is he? Like, he's going to have some sort of ability, or it's not going to affect him, or he's immune to it, and I was right. So when he told him about the vampire thing, he asked him about it, Sam lied. Ugh, of course he's lying. Although I think Dean sort of believed it, because when the goddess asked him about it, about how he felt about Sam, he went, well, yesterday I wanted to kill him in his sleep, but now I think he's just kind of like acting like me, broken, blah, blah, blah. So it feels like Dean believed it because he had the truth curse on him. But I wish he could have told the truth. Although I guess we did kind of get that at the end. Once he'd freed themselves, killed the goddess after Dean had obviously told him some truths about how he felt about Sam. Sam did say to him that he's just different now and he doesn't know why. He's not got that fear. And so he let him get turned into a vampire. But I think it's like he wasn't really afraid. So he realises that there's something wrong. But it's making him a better hunter, making him better at this and that, and making him better at his job. But it means that there's less, moral stuff going on in his head, I guess, less fear and whatnot. So he was honest. I mean, that led Dean to beating the crap out of him, which I didn't like. Just because I don't like it whenever the two boys are fighting. It's always going to happen. It's going to happen till the end of the show. But it's happened so many times. It particularly gave me flashbacks to the end of season 4. So like when they were probably having a big fist fight and I was like very, very stressed out. So I didn't like that, but I get Dean's frustration for sure. But at least Dean got the truth from Sam, at least some of the truth. I presume he's being honest when he says, like, something's wrong with me. It's been wrong since I came back. I know something's wrong. I don't know what it is. I can't believe that. But then I don't know what is wrong with him. Maybe, well, the goddess seems to think he's not human. Because she couldn't get him to tell the truth. She's like, what are you? You're not human. Which is interesting. But then Bobby did all the tests that they knew. The silver, the holy water, whatever. And so all the tests that we know to show someone that's not human didn't work. So what is he? Is that doppelganger a thing? Am I thinking too much about it? Or is there something else going on? I'm really intrigued about it because I feel like it's something I've not seen before. I like that he's opening up a bit more and being honest. I'm still annoyed about it, what he did last episode. And I'm still just like, the fact that he's still... Oh, hello, son. He's still all over like the Campbell lot. When it was good to see Bobby actually this episode. I'm glad that he came back into it a bit more. And him telling the truth to Dean was actually really funny. When he said about his love for, was it Tori Spelling? And how he goes for manicures, pedicures, whatever it was. That was so funny. I like that. I love Bobby. I like seeing the more fun side of Bobby this season. And it was good to see Castiel again. He's going through a lot. And Dean didn't seem to really think about that. Even though he knows there's a war in heaven. Castiel's obviously different to what he was last season. Because he's in the middle of fighting a war. And that makes sense to me why he's a bit darker, a bit more serious, and can't always just come at the drop of a hat because he's got more important things going on. And like he said to Dean, it would have been nice for him to come and tell Dean, but he said to Dean that I've not come to help about Sam because I've got no help to give. I don't know what's wrong, there's nothing I can do, I don't know, so that's why I've not come. It would have been nice if he came down to tell him that, but it's fine. It was still nice to see him again either way. So we got Sam, Castiel and Bobby back in this episode, which was good. Enjoyed that. I enjoyed the episode as a whole, to be honest. I thought it was really fun. I like the truth-telling things. I always enjoyed that kind of element in stories where people are telling people things that they wanted to hide. There was darkness to it, where the dentist situation. There was some fun to it, like when Bobby was on the phone. But a lot of it was like a lot of harsh home truths for like the bartender, for Dean, for Sam, whatever. That was really difficult to watch. But at least we've got some more progress on what's wrong with Sam. The truth has come out about the vampire situation. So I'm hoping next episode, whatever happens, there's going to be a little bit more dealing with what is wrong with Sam. Maybe we'll find out soon. Maybe it's going to get dragged out. I don't know. But colour me intrigued. I really enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed it too. As always, my name is Scott. I hope you guys are well, taking care of yourselves and staying safe. If you enjoyed the video, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you thought of Season 6, Episode 6. You Can't Handle the Truth. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Take a look at the Patreon link down below. And I'll see you all very soon for the next episode of Supernatural Season 6. Bye guys. Stay safe and take care.